I've been going through some of my record boxes and just come across this whole box of Frank Sinatra. There's some real nice gems in here. I didn't quite realise I have probably more Frank Sinatra LPs than I do any other artist. So let's go through some of them and have a look. I got this I Remember Tommy regarding Tommy Dorsey, who he used to work with back in the day. Tommy was a very unpredictable musician, but yeah, nice album that is. Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night on the reprise. Sinatra Swings on the NFP label, Music for Pleasure. Frank Sinatra, Try a Little Tenderness, Capital, which is on the Pickwick series. So yeah, that's an actual proper US album. I do like the US albums over all this kind of music for pleasure stuff. These actual proper albums. This is quite a recording. The concert Sinatra. It's recorded in a very unique way, using something like 24 microphones and I don't know, all sorts of advanced trickery at the time. Sounds amazing. If you're gonna buy any Frank Sinatra album, this is probably one of the best sounding ones. Well, it is the best sounding ones you could get, and just in the manner it was recorded, it was quite something for its time, and it probably still is today, actually. Sunday and Every Day with Frank Sinatra. This I think it's a 70s release. Old Blue Eyes is back. Swing Easy, Frank Sinatra. I think this is one of the 50s ones. This one is a direct metal master recording. Always sound a bit better than the usual ones. Days of Wine and Roses, Moon River, Frank Sinatra. Tommy Dorsey Orchestra with Frank Sinatra vocals. So yeah, this is going back right at the time when Sinatra was singing with the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra. Another one of his 50s albums, Songs for Swinging Lovers. I think this is like a 70s reissue. Nice and Easy with Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, the movie songs. Frank Sinatra, Close to You. Move this. Frank Sinatra, A Man Alone. Sinatra and Strings. This is a 60s album, and it has the song, where is it? Come Rain or Shine was a hit on here. That's All. That's a particularly nice song. I've always liked That's All. Frank Sinatra's just sings it so well, and his tone and the way he sings it. I think this is an actual, I don't know if it's an original, but I'm pretty sure that's the original cover art, at least. Frank Sinatra, Songs for Swinging Lovers. Frank Sinatra, When Your Lover Is Gone. Frank Sinatra's Greatest Hits Volume 2 on the Quadra Disc. The Quadra Disc was quite a unique thing. It never really took off or anything, but basically it uses 4 speakers, kind of like surround sound, but 4 speakers instead of the typical 2 stereo. Only some turntables would enable this with all the technology that it would need incorporated into it somewhere. So you would need a certain turntable which had a particular kind of stylus as well. And I think you would, if you didn't have the turntable, I think you may have needed some kind of encoder to actually use this. Otherwise, it can sound a bit kind of harsh on a standard turntable. You don't quite get the full stereo as you would normally. So it really does need the Quadra Disc equipment to really get the full benefit out of this. Frank Sinatra on the Capitol mono, self-titled. This is another copy of Old Blue Eyes on the Quadra Disc. I just saw this. I saw a few of these in a charity shop, and I thought, Quadra Disc, never heard of that before. So yeah, I got them and done my own research at home and found out for myself. Come Fly With Me. It's probably one of his best album covers, I think. That's just a brilliant album cover of Frank Sinatra. Great album as well. This is actually a very good album as well, if you see this one. Frank Sinatra, the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra. Obviously, it is at an earlier period of his career, but it sounds fantastic. It's just a really nice album. I highly recommend that one. Sinatra sings great songs from Great Britain. There are two versions of this album. There is this one, and I think there's another one. It may be the US version, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It has the song on that version, Roses of Picardy, which doesn't feature on my one, of course. But still a nice album to have. Recorded in Great Britain, of course, in London. And outstanding song. One of my favourites of his, The Very Thought of You. That is such a nice love song. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Frank Sinatra sings for Only the Lonely. I have a couple of versions of this. A new one and an older one. Sinatra, September song. No One Cares, Frank Sinatra. I picked this one up last year at a market for like, I don't know, £1 maybe. And it's worth a bit more than that. So very pleased about that. And that's Sinatra at the Sands. So yeah, if you find this one cheap, grab it. Frank Sinatra, songs for young lovers. I realised that in the 80s they did like this kind of repress with the stickers on them, digitally remastered. So good ones to get, because they do sound good. Frank Sinatra, romantic songs from the early years. Oh, there's another one behind it. The Sinatra Collection, Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra, A Man and His Music. Another one on the Quadra Disc. The Main Event Live. Another one with that sticker. Frank Sinatra, Look to Your Heart. Frank Sinatra's Greatest Hits. Nice and Easy. Point of No Return. This is actually a CD which I picked up from the market for like £1. It's, you know, it's the size of an LP. So just stuck it with the LPs. I think it's a DVD in there, I think. Frank Sinatra, A Swingin' Affair. One of his, I think, early 50s albums, I think. Frank Sinatra, Come Dance With Me. High Society was a film which he starred in. This features some of Frank Sinatra and other artists. September of My Years. Frank Sinatra, The World We Knew, Over and Over. This Town, This Is My Song, Born Free. and Frank Sinatra. Sorry, Frank and Nancy. Something Stupid is on there as well. The Rare Sinatra. The Rare Sinatra. Yeah. Just this one, Frank. Where are you, Frank Sinatra? All the Way. This one, which is Partly in Its Shrink. She Shot Me Down. Nice sounding album, this one. Sinatra, Basie, Count Basie. Some really nice songs on here. Sinatra Sings Mercer. Frank Sinatra, Some Nice Things I've Missed. Cycles. Sings Music for Pleasure. Greatest Hits, The Early Years. Sinatra The Hits, this is more of a recent one. And Sinatra, The Reprise Years. This is a nice little box set to pick up. You can go for silly money, I find, in charity shops sometimes. They can really hike this price up ridiculously. It's not really worth that much, I don't think. You can get it for £5 if you're lucky or something like that. But all the reprise songs are on here. Well, all the hits anyway. So I think that's four LP set, that one. So yeah, that is everything. So yeah, some nice Sinatra LPs in there. So yeah, bye for now then. Bye bye.